I'm Chris Rice, Patty, Master Scuba Diver Trainer.
I'm CJ Rice, Dive Master.
I'd like to welcome you to Above and Below H2O. What you're about to see is done by trained professionals. Please do not attempt this on your own, especially if you've not had the proper training. It is extremely dangerous if you do not have the proper training.
Do not do this at home.
That's right. Do not do this. Let's go diving.
Above and Below H2O is brought to you by Part City, Disc Dupers, Macaulay Siding and Windows, Maximum Site Design.
Hey guys, welcome to Above and Below H2O. We're here in the country of Bonaire this episode. We're down here for 10 days, going to get some video of some really neat marine sanctuary. While we're here on the island, we're renting our truck from Budget Truck Rental. Nice trucks, clean trucks, and newer model trucks. Dora, how do they get a hold of you to rent trucks from Budget here on Bonaire?
It will be easy. You can contact us by email. We have a Facebook page too. And
what's your email address?
it will be at reservations@budget.com Bonaire.
There you go. Reservationsbudget.com Bonaire.
Parts City.
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Parts City Auto Parts, on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Parts City Auto Parts store.
Parts City.
On the island of Bonaire, we've been using Dive Friends as our dive shop and as our diving operation. You can tell from their retail center they are well stocked. A wall full of fins, boots, so if you were to lose one or forget something at home, they've got you covered, as well as a wall full of masks, a wider range of scuba masks. So anything that you need, they can take care of you here on the island. Remember, friends, Dive Friends is who you want to dive with. When you're in Bonaire, after a dive, everybody wants to know, where are we going to go eat? Where's a good place to go eat? Well, while we're here in Bonaire, we eat at Rumba Cafe. Rumba Cafe has a variety of American food as well as a taste of the Caribbean and Spanish food. Really good place to eat, a good value for your dollar. Vicki, where can they find you guys here on Bonaire?
Well, everybody can find us in front of the sea. We are in Calle Crane, and this is Rumba Cafe, and you can come with your family along when you are traveling here in Bonaire, so you're gonna find very good food.
Check them out, guys. Downtown in Bonaire. Right?
Yeah,
Right.
Calle Crane, in front of the sea.
Be sure to tell Vicki that we sent you. Pablo, what do you got there?
This is probably the volunteers catching fly Bonaire. So one of the winners of the competition, because today is a competition, he catch this nice guy.
This weekend that we were on the island, they held a lionfish derby. What you're seeing here was the largest lionfish caught in that derby. The derby ran for a 36-hour period. It started on Saturday and ended on Sunday evening. They gathered around and had a big barbecue with all the lionfish that were caught. During that derby, some 921 lionfish were called and collected. Unfortunately, the lionfish are a devastating species to the reefs. They have no natural enemy. They also reproduce every 4 days. Some 6,000 to 60,000 eggs are laid out and released in the water every 4 days. Every dive we've done here on the island, we've seen anywhere from 4 to 5 lionfish, ranging in size from ones smaller than this one to ones about the size of the palm of your hand. And they eat this continuously. The fear is they're also eating the parrotfish. If the parrotfish become endangered, then the reef becomes endangered. So the health of the ecosystem is at hand. The reef dies, then you know the scenario. So the ocean will die as well. So the locals are very concerned. All of the islands around here have lionfish invasion. It started in about the year of 2005. And all of the islands have their own programs to try to control the species. The island of Bonaire has a company or an agency called Stanapa. Stanapa is in charge of maintaining the health of the reef, supervising it, and also manages the dive program. And what you're seeing here was an organized lionfish hunt. Robin and I accompanied some locals. Not just anyone is allowed to go lionfish hunting for fear that they might decimate or destroy parts of the reef. And as you know, coral is very slow growing, so any damage that we might do in a 5 or 10 minute period may take 20 to 30 or hundreds of years to repair. As you'll notice, this couple, we're cruising around on the reef just looking, going nice and slow and looking for the lionfish. It doesn't take us very long and we find them. What Gary is carrying here is called an elf. It's a special designed spear that they use here on the island. Everyone has an elf that is registered to them. You cannot buy these online and bring in. You're not allowed to use any Hawaiian slings or any other type of spear. This elf is designed with the reef in mind, so that it does the least amount of damage to the reef when you're shooting the lionfish. It's spring-loaded, as you'll watch when Gary pulls it back. We were on a 51-minute dive with this couple, and this was done on Tuesday. As I said, the Lionfish Derby was on Saturday and Sunday, 921 caught. Here we are on Tuesday with Gary and Nona, and we were able to shoot some 13 fish in that 51 minutes. Unfortunately, there were many fish that we saw. We probably saw over 20 lionfish, and they're not always easy to get. They're very intelligent. Once you shoot it, want to miss it, it very quickly associates the sound of bubbles with danger and realizes that divers are not something that it wants to hang around and see, and so when they hear the bubbles, they take off. And I've personally witnessed that. They do not hang around. So it makes it a little more difficult to catch those lionfish. Some of the divers down here do actually dive on closed circuit rebreathers. They take the lionfish invasion very seriously down here. These things just continuously eat. Now that Nona is holding there is called a zookeeper. The zookeeper is what you store the lionfish in. The beautiful plume that's on that lionfish has poisonous quills in the end of it. It's not fatal unless you're allergic. It's much like a bee sting. If you're allergic to a bee sting, then you would probably be allergic to the lionfish. The best source of treatment for a lionfish sting, believe it or not, is hot water. It's a protein type injection, so hot water over the skin or over the sting area breaks down that protein so that you suffer the least amount of damage from it. The swelling is slowed down and the sting is brought to slowed down. Very much like vinegar on a jellyfish sting, although vinegar is not so good for a lionfish. They are a beautiful fish. The invasion came nonetheless from the United States. They're not real sure if it was an accidental releasing or if someone decided to get rid of a pair that they had at their home. They released them in the ocean, and unfortunately the Keys are infested with them. When you look at a map of the infestation, they run from the Keys down through Cuba, the Bahamas, and down through the Dominican Republic. And like I said earlier, the invasion started here around the year of 2005. So it is a very serious issue, and fortunately Bonaire is taking this problem seriously. And they're doing everything within their power to eradicate this species. But they're not going to be able to eradicate it. When you take a fish that can reproduce some 6,000 to 60,000 eggs every 4 days, there's no way you're going to eliminate them. So the only thing we can hope is individuals will take time to learn about the environment and take steps personally to not do things such as releasing lionfish into the wild that can hurt our ecosystem. Many of the local restaurants here on Bonaire love to serve up lionfish. The locals almost take it as their personal obligation to eat lionfish. I've not had any yet, but they say that it is very good eating, very good eating. And what happens is the local hunters, only locals are allowed to hunt them, unless you go through. There is a PADI program through some of the dive shops here. They'll train you to lionfish so that you won't be putting the reef at risk. There are certain techniques and certain things you must do. So they'll teach you how to do that, and then you are allowed to go out on a guided lionfish hunt. I'll tell you, accompanying Gary and Nona, it was very exhilarating. A lot of excitement. Before we knew it, we were all running low on air, and we're all still pumped up, eager to look out for some more lionfish. It was quite a fun dive. Definitely something worth checking out. If you're in Bonaire, just check with some of the local dive shops and they can tell you about the lionfish hunt, and you too can contribute to eradicating some of this ecological devastating disaster.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl deck and railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Hey guys, we're here in the Caribbean. We're at Happy Holidays Homes here with Louise. Going to spend the week. Family-owned operation, really nice and clean. Louise, where can the folks find you on the internet?
Yeah, most of them on the internet.
And your webpage is Happy Holiday Homes?
Yes, Happy Holiday Homes with S at the end, .com.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Been coming here for years. It's a great place to come. We're going to show you some neat stuff here. Hey, we're here at Dive Friends with Operations Manager Osco. Dive Friends has really been helping us out at Above and Below with our shooting here on the island of Bonaire for these 2 weeks. But Dive Friends is more than just a dive shop. They do offer a lot of amenities to divers. What are some of those, Osco, that you offer?
Plenty, but we have 5 locations, which is very important, spread all over the island. You can pick up tanks from any location. So when you're diving south, you just go to our south location. When you dive north, just go to one of our locations north. And they all have their own heart, so you might like one more than the other, and that's what you can stick with.
Yeah, I can say from experience this week, it has come in real handy. When we've been on the north end of the island, we've been able to go up to Hamlet up there and swap out tanks. It is real convenient. You know, and as we've seen in the show this week, the lionfish are really threatening the reef ecosystem here in Bonaire. And Bonaire is taking the lead with Stanapa in eradicating as many as possible lionfish. But that's not the only threat that the reef is experiencing today. Unfortunately, the reef in Bonaire, just like our reefs in the States, is suffering from a very decimating enemy, and that enemy is pollution. Dive Friends is actually taking the lead in trying to get a hold on pollution here in Bonaire. What are some of the things that Dive Friend is doing to help with pollution?
All of our locations, we separate the garbage, the glass, the plastic, the cans, and we submit them for recycling. And we also use special detergents, cleaning materials that are like ecologically okay for Bonaire, so they will not pollute the reef.
That's good. Now, don't you guys sponsor an event here on the island too, don't you?
Yeah, we have 2 events that we sponsor. That's Debris Free Bonaire, which is all our divers, and it's like 200 a week. We give a bag and we ask them to take all the debris that's lying around the dive sites. So if they see cans or food containers, we ask them to put them in a bag, and at the end of their trip hand it in, and we bring it to the landfill where they dispose of it properly. We also have the quarterly cleanup dive, and with about 100 to 120 divers, we clean parts of the Bonairean reef. And we have a great barbecue after, and we do a count of all the garbage that we take out. And last year we missed 2 pieces, and then we had 10,000 pieces of junk that we got out. Yes, that's a very popular thing as well.
It's very impressive, Osco. And in the States, we can follow what Dive Friends is doing. You guys Twitter on your tweets. What is it? How can they find you on Twitter?
Just go Dive Friends Bonaire, and then Carolyn, she's twittering away the whole day.
I've seen some of her posts and some of the pictures and stuff she put up about the trash. It's really good. Maybe you're not a diver. You know, only 3% of the world's population dives, so you can come to Bonaire and Osco at Dive Friends. They are a PADI 5-star facility. They can walk you right on through the open water certification. You can do that in a week, can you not?
3 days you can do it, but we do from the 8 years old, but also you can become an instructor here if you like. So we do from bubble maker to IDC.
There you go, guys. It's a one-stop shop here. And like I said,
if we don't have it, you don't want it.
There you go. So be sure to come down to Bonaire, check out Dive Friends, and be sure to tell them you heard about them on Above and Below H2O. Hey, welcome back to Above and Below H2O. We're still on the island of Bonaire. We're doing a series with Stanapa, and believe it or not, Stanapa does a lot more than just worry about the lionfish and also worry about the marine sanctuary. They're concerned about one of their raw resources here on the island, their children, and what their future. We're here with Desiree. She's in charge of the program for the children. Desiree, tell us a little bit about what you guys do for the children.
Well, on Bonaire we have different levels of project and program for the kids on the island. They start already with education programs since they're 4 years old. And later on, when they are older, we can start with like snorkeling programs, and including when they progress and advance, we can give them open water courses. And the program really has the structure and it has a plan to include the kids until they're 21 years old so they can become master divers in our program. And of course, we do it all with the intention for our own kids and children to enjoy the reef. They get not only the dive lessons, but they get also theoretical lessons about eco-reef ecology, reef ecology. They get the fish names. Like today, this group is doing fish ID. So they have a couple of fish, about 50 names that they know, and they want to find them. So that's how we include all these nice aspects of the ocean, education and having fun together.
So you help this resource to learn about that resource.
And together we make it more sustainable, because eventually they'll understand. Being so many years in this, they will understand how important the reef is and how fragile it is, which is very interesting.
No matter what it is in Bonaire, they take their resources seriously. Either their children or their ocean. Anything from soft coral to the beauties of the southern coral reef, all the fine soft corals and the fans and the wonderful, beautiful things to see there. And also the hard corals, all the color that they display. Bonaire is a beautiful island. It's a beautiful place to come visit. It helps us to understand just how precious this earth is that we live on and how vital it is that we take care of our oceans. As you sit at the sandy beach, look out over the waves, it's hard to imagine the ecosystem that lives underneath. Once you've explored it and seen it, whether it's during the day or during the night, you really begin to appreciate the awe of creation and to understand a little bit more of how insignificant each one of us really are, but how wonderful and how marvelously made this planet is. Bonaire is just one jewel on this big jewel that we live on. Be it a night dive, a day dive, or just a snorkeling trip. There are so many things to see, so many things to explore. If you'd like to see more of our videos, more of our pictures from our trip to Bonaire, please be sure to check out our Facebook page at Above and Below H2O, and also our YouTube channel, the same, Above and Below H2O. CJ and I are going to take a small break now. Got some other avenues to chase. But we sure would like to hear from you folks. Like to know what you think about our show. Like to know if you'd like to see some more stuff. Just continue to follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and feel free to reach out to us on Twitter. And remember, Bonaire's there. All you got to do is get on the plane and go see it for yourself. And be sure to tell them you saw all of the wonders of Bonaire on Above and Below H2O.
Above and Below H2O is brought to you by Florida State Parks. Enjoy swimming, hiking, birding, picnicking, and more at Florida State Parks. From hidden beaches to historic landmarks, there's something for everyone. Discover the real Florida at 171 Florida State Park and Trail locations. Visit us online at www.floridastateparks.org.
Do you do Facebook? Find us on Facebook at Above and Below H2O. Then like us. Get to know more about the show. Ask us questions there.
Or if you'd like to learn more about scuba diving, got questions about it, or would like to take classes, Find us on Perfect Reflection Scuba on Facebook.